Hi, this is Mary Ricardo with Inside Natural Bodybuilding. We are here at the Natural Universe, the INBA PNBA show here in Chicago, Illinois. And we have our top winners right here. Ricardo Jr. won first, and Marshall Johnson got second. They got, prize money and swords. So, Marshall, let's start with you. How do you think that the show went? How did you feel on stage?
Well, I have so many emotions running because Phil is really my idol. I think I mentioned before, I don't know if it ever got posted, but looking at the top pros and turning pro, this is my second year. Phil's picture came out, name, and I looked at him and said, man, there's a standard. There's some great pros out there, but it seems like this guy, and I can toss other names out, but this is his day, and he was the guy that I saw and went, oh my gosh, okay, that's where I need to be. And I've had so many great compliments saying, you and Phil Ricardo about the same. I've never seen anybody as conditioned as Phil, and you're there. Huge compliment, and so it means a lot. It means a lot. Speaking of the show, hearing on the radio and how things were going to go, it's like, well, it's probably a really decent competition. What I like is they open it to everybody.
Yeah.
If you didn't show up, you didn't show up. It's on you. It's on you. You had the opportunity. So we're the best. If the best show up, we're here. Yes. So let's do this. But the people that showed up, showed up.
Yeah.
And when we got out on stage, there were different types of physiques. A lot of muscularity, conditioning, this and that, and I always feel bring whatever your best package is, bring it. I kind of aspire to what I think Phil aspires to, is bring the full muscle bellies, bring the muscularity, bring the separation, bring the conditioning. As a natural bodybuilder, that's our crowning, that's our crown. Is bring that, and that's things that we can do. Show, I think, was great. Probably one of the best, if not, how would I say, just from the fun we had on the pose down and everything we did,
And the crowd was
might have been the best time I've ever had.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to say that. Let me just toss it out there. Best time I've ever had. Enjoyed it. And then coming down in placement. I said, well, I'm going to shoot for the moon. I'm going to try to win it. That means I hope to land them on the top 3. And then I saw everybody and I'm like, okay, I'm hoping I'm in the top 5, and they're counting down. They landed where I thought it should land, top 3, Meshach, Bill, myself, and it's like, how's this going to go? Meshach brings muscle like nobody's business. Oh my,
he's
freaky muscle.
Nature, yes.
Freaky muscle. I'm like, this is great. How did I look next to him? That's what I'm thinking. They call it, get down. They call him for 3rd, and it's, I'm in the house. There was a couple of tears shared between Phil and I. We hung, and I'm saying, man, to be up here. Somebody looked at and saw your pictures, and then being there and saying 1st and 2nd, how this is going to go, and just being there, being at that point was just awesome. So the show was second to none. The scary part is it'll probably be better next year. So guys, bring your A game to this show. Let's make it top notch. The INBA, PNBA. We come from a couple of organizations. What I like about it is they open it up. And when you can come from a different organization, they said, we don't care where you're from. We want you to bring your best. If you're the best, we want to crown you as the best. You come from NGA, this, that, WNBF, hey, step up. We don't care where you come from. If you're the best, we want to give you that title. And that makes guys go, okay, let's support this show. Let's make natural bodybuilding what it's supposed to be. Let's not, and I know it's hard to break cliches and all of these things and who's going to be first and who's going to get what. Sometimes you just got to put it out there. And we, the competitors, have a lot of power to say, okay, you're not going to do it, let's show up here. Let's show up here and do it. Let's make it happen. We'll force whoever else to come along, or guess what? If you want to stay there, stay there. But I think what's going to happen is people will say, you know what? There I got a lot of competitors over there that I want to go up against to see if I am the best. Or am I in the top 5 of the world? And you got to show up and find that out. So long, explanation or comment, but I think it was needed. And to answer that question, great show.
Yes,
Great
it was
show.
awesome. Lively crowd, awesome pros.
Yes.
Mishak was definitely pretty awesome. Darren Steen looked
Come on,
good.
Darren.
Darren Steen cracked the top 5.
Yes, he did.
and,
Placed 4th place.
And Martino.
Yeah, Mike Martino.
Yeah, I was a little
Fifth
surprised by his 5th place, but Phil, you got 1st, and it was actually a really special show because Team BE. They did the show for Kennedy. A lot of them, swept up and they got 1st place. Craig Bitton, Jason Hansen. So how was the show to you?
Same thing. I can echo the same words as Marshall. I came in there, listened to the radio show, and I thought there were going to be a few competitors because there was nothing really stated, by anybody saying, okay, this person's going to show up, that person. And then you come here and there's 12 top pros. Like even 12th place looked awesome.
Yeah.
And on the way down, you're like, where's this going to go? And then when I'm standing next to this guy and Mishak and Mike Martino and Darren,
Donovan Strong
Donovan Strong is in.
He
And he didn't even crack the top 5. That shows you how tough it is. And the bottom line, not to echo his words, but basically, this is the natural mystery universe. Who does not want that title? This holds a lot of things for me because 10 years ago to this day, I won my very first pro show was the natural mystery universe. Now I'm the 3-time, and it's special to me there for that reason, especially because of Kennedy, Jason, the Hansons, everything else. Very emotional. I probably cried 3 times today. Gave my sword away to Kennedy so that she can hold it up on top of her wall. And it's special because we knew her. In 2010 we met them, and she was a normal sweet little girl, played with our daughters, and now she's going blind and she's going to be in hospice, and it's sad. It's very sad, very emotional, and I see the emotion from Craig, I see the emotion from Jason, Andrew, Heather. It's a tough time. So it's special in that respect, and for people that want to just compete in the show, the bottom line is to end it, this is a natural mystery universe, great quality, top-notch world championship pros, and the prize money. And I know it's not always about money, because I know me and you, we don't compete for the money.
That's
We
right.
compete at shows where our first place is $500.
Sure.
And now you're at a place where you get 2nd place and you're getting $2,000. There's a lot of shows out there, IFBA Pro, I love IFBA as well, but
Sure.
there's a lot of shows out there where first place is $1,000.
Yeah.
2nd place is $2,000.
Right.
That's your biggest prize of the year, and you've won 5 shows. That says something. First place $4,000. I mean, so if you want to get a pro, what a pro deserves as far as money, and this is the 2nd biggest show of the year, come to do some PNBA shows. They're open to all pros, and they're representing. You got not only cash, you give out prizes. I got some,
Very nice stuff. Very nice stuff.
goodie bags,
Yes.
swords. I mean, they treat the athletes right.
They do.
And so, just to give Diana Keikos and Denny Keikos praise, they did an awesome job with the show. Everyone had fun, great crowd, great guest poser too. We seen Davion Hill, because that guy, he went out there and posed with all the kids. I mean, all of my son and everyone. They just had a great time. I mean, you can't say enough about the show. Great night. And now we're about to go eat.
Yes, we are. We're going to enjoy.
And the Olympia is even better. So
Yeah,
for
San
anybody
Diego.
that's thinking of competing, the Olympia is an awesome,
What is that,
awesome show.
November
8th, 9th, 10th, and it's in San Diego, California.
My favorite
which is
show.
massive.
Yeah.
Wow. I've heard good things. They said, you think this was good, Marshall? The Olympia, they
Oh, yeah.
take care of you. And I heard that from several people, including Kyoshi, who I just befriended on Facebook. We've become friends, met him, great guy. Just some great people in the sport. Great people in the sport. Yes, it is.
Definitely. Well, we'll wrap it up. Philip Ricardo Jr., Marshall Johnson. This is Mary Ricardo. We are signing out with Inside Natural
Barbecue
Bodybuilding.
time.
Time to eat.
Yes, yes.